stayed in the race, would you have won?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was confident I would beat Trump.
Joe Biden's delusional. That's it, that's the whole story. Just totally delusional. And it makes me wonder how aware he is of his surroundings and what's currently happening in the country and around the world. Now, he made clear today, while appearing on The View, that he genuinely thought that if he remained in the race, he would beat Donald Trump, despite all of the evidence to the contrary. We're gonna show you the evidence in just a second, but before we do, let's get to what he had to say about Pelosi pushing him out.
Ana Kasparian from the Young Turks continues her anti-leftist rampage. This time she's taking on the unrepentant libtards over at The View, who recently invited Joe Biden onto their show, where of course they gushed and slobbered all over him. And now to say that they handled him with kid gloves is a bit of an understatement. At times they were literally treating him like a friendly but not quite all there grandpa, and practically asking him if he wanted a glass of hot milk before getting tucked in. In fact, I mean, honestly, I actually forgot while watching that this guy is allegedly the current American president.
We all agree at this table it's very selfless of you to pass the baton and step aside. There was a perception that perhaps your hand was forced, and some pointed fingers to Speaker Nancy Pelosi, who you have a long relationship with and accomplished many things with. Did you feel that your hand was forced, and what is your relationship with Speaker Pelosi now?
Our relationship is fine. Look, I never fully believed the assertions that somehow there was this overwhelming reluctance of my running again. I didn't sense that. And although the polling, as I said, Biden's polling was different, the fact of the matter is my polling was about, we're always within range of beating this guy.
Yeah.
And, what I did was, I think there were, it makes sense. There were some folks who would like to see me step aside so they have a chance to move on. I get that. That's just human nature.
We're gonna lose the election. How do you not know that? How are you not accepting that? He was going to lose the election. Okay, let's just get to the evidence, okay? So in less than 4 weeks after the debate, Trump widened his lead, okay, over Biden in 3 Rust Belt states that were crucial to Biden's reelection. So that's what you're looking at right now. By July 21st, Trump was up 4 points in Wisconsin, 5 points in Pennsylvania, and 5 points in Michigan. Okay, Biden also lost support in other swing states where he had already been trailing by 4 to 5 points. So take a look at this. By July 21st, Trump was up 6 points in North Carolina and up 7 in Arizona, Georgia, and Nevada. National polling after the debate also had Trump in the lead. I mean, we covered all of this, much to the chagrin of some of the audience members who are like, you're being too mean to Biden. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, we're being mean to Biden by telling you what the polls are saying. Like, you either want to live in reality or you want to live in La La Land, okay?
Wow, Anna, cool it with the racist, homophobic, anti-Semitic, xenophobic, and transphobic remarks. Don't you know that living in reality is a right-wing, white supremacist dog whistle and debunked conspiracy theory?
Where everything that you want magically happens. The world doesn't work that way. So in July, New York Times and Siena College polls showed Trump building a 6 percentage point lead, 49% to 43% over Biden. The Wall Street Journal poll showed Trump with a 6-point lead over Biden compared to a 2-point lead in a survey that the Journal carried out in February. So he was already trailing Trump, which was a problem because the Democrat needs to win nationally by at least 5 points in order to win the Electoral College. So it was bad to begin with. And poll after poll, John, kept saying, by Democratic voters, by the way, Biden is too old. We want anyone else. Literally anyone else. He's too old.
Yeah, but how many cast members of The View were included in that polling?
I don't give a damn about the cast members of The View, okay? The cast members of The View aren't actually curious or interested in what's happening in the country, constantly share how unknowledgeable they are about important issues that they opine on a regular basis. Like, I'm not interested in The View. What I am interested in is understanding if Biden is that delusional right now, who is making the decisions in this country? Is he aware of what's happening in Gaza or Lebanon?
There's not a lot of evidence.
Or the West Bank?
No.
The cast members of The View. That's pretty funny. Yeah, Anna's making good points. Yeah, what can Biden possibly be running the country? Come on, is he aware of anything? The guy, you saw him on that clip on The View. He can barely get a thought out in a coherent fashion. Of course, he was wearing a pin. Did you notice that he was wearing a pin of the American flag and the Ukrainian flag intertwined? Of course, because, you know, we got to send another $100 million worth of gear to them for a pointless war that has nothing to do with us. But apart from that, yeah. I mean, who's actually running the country? Because it sure ain't him. And who has been running the country? Because I have a feeling it hasn't been him. Anyway, I mean, Anna's making good points. And, yeah. But anyway, just for a laugh, I read some of the comments under this clip on the Young Turks YouTube channel, and as you can imagine, the comments are absolutely full of butthurt progressives screeching at Anna for being so mean to Biden, just like she said in this clip here, as if he's some kind of great man and not just another sleazy politician who is completely owned and operated by powerful donors who has been ensconced like really deep in American politics for over 50 years. Anyway, Ana Kasparian continues her long overdue redemption arc, but I still think she has some ways to go. I mean, impressed so far. We're going to keep an eye on her. And if you like this kind of content, please do the usual, like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. It really helps me make more content and grow the channel.